Okay, YouTube, this is Rocky, and I'm uploading a video because I'm in a really good place right now. I am in an exceptional place right now. I haven't miraculously lost over 100 pounds overnight, but I'm in a good place emotionally. I'm in a good place as far as motivation goes, and I'm in a good place as far as my emotions and my ego goes. I've been going through a lot emotionally since I started my weight loss and my wellness journey. The weight loss journey, I understand. The wellness journey is the most difficult part of it all. Because when I'm talking about wellness, I'm talking about my mental stability, my spiritual stability. And in those terms, I'm talking about my faith, my motivation, and my hope. Your physical body. I feel like my physical body is handicapped because I'm overweight. My mobility is limited. I feel heavy. It's hard for me to move around sometimes. And the most difficult part of it is when I want to dance. When I want to dance, I really feel how heavy I am. I love dancing. I've been dancing ever since I was a kid. I've been doing ballet, modern, jazz, all of that. And it is truly my breath. It's how I move. It's how I feel. It's how I show my emotion when I can't really vocalize it or write it down. And that's one of the reasons I think one of the biggest motivators of me wanting to lose weight is so that I can dance again. And because of my limited mobility, I've been focusing a lot more on my mental and my spiritual focus and strength and things like that. And this led me to so many places. It's led me to a lot of YouTube channels, new channels that I subscribe to. And I just want to mention her. Her name is Shelly Sherritt. She's a potter. And it's awesome. I love her pottery. She's in Melbourne, Australia. And I was just kind of clicking through my feed and I came across her stuff. I love little things, and when you see it, when you see her stuff, you will know why I'm feeling better, or why I'm feeling more motivated, or why I'm inspired by her stuff. I grew up with knickknacks around the house, and that type of artistry is basically gone from the world. Nobody's doing that anymore. People are doing a lot of manufactured things. A lot of people's houses are very clean and very modern. And I like the aesthetic. I like the eclectic aesthetic as far as my life goes. And so as I was clicking through my YouTube feed and I found her, I realized, you know, what makes me happy, what brings me enrichment, and what makes me feel like, what keeps me motivated. Because if I wanted to lose weight, I would get up and I would hit it every day, 20-30 minutes a day, and I would lose the weight. And that is great. And that's because I've lost the weight before. The point in this is that I've lost the weight before, but I got depressed, I got sad, you know, I threw it all away. I said to myself, you know, nothing's worth it. I don't feel better, because I wasn't really focusing on what was motivating me to feel better. I wasn't doing anything enriching in my life. I wasn't exploring my interests. I was not taking value in those things in my life that brought me joy, you know, when I was a young adult, and those things that would enrich my life as an older, more mature adult. And I was basically I was thinking yesterday, I was working out, and I was at that point where I was becoming frustrated and I wanted to give up on myself. But then there was this little voice in the back of my mind that says, no, you can't give up now. You're starting up again, and it's meaning more and more to me every day. Every workout is meaning more to me. Every time I make better choices when I eat is meaning more to me, because I'm aware of how I feel. I'm aware of the nutritional value of what I'm eating because I don't feel heavy. I don't feel sluggish. I don't feel like I want to throw myself and sink to the bottom of a river after I eat. I don't want to, I literally just don't want to bang my head against the wall to take off my mind what it is that I consume during the day. Um, I'm proud of what I'm eating. I'm getting the nutritional value of what I'm eating, and it's motivating me and it's inspiring me to keep going, and also to introduce ways of eating like that to my kids because a lot of the times in our culture, the way to show that you're eating better is how chunky you are, and it's just not a fact. I have found that to be a trap. I have found that to be, a very terrible loophole because, the way you want to prove that you're eating better is to eat more and more fats, and the end result of that is obesity. The end result of that is me not loving myself, me not liking myself, me not valuing myself in the ways that I'm learning how to do now. And I kind of said, BS to all that. Like, no way. There's no way that me being fat is going to prove how well I'm eating. it's just not true. I think that the true nature of figuring out or determining if you're eating better is how you feel, how you look, your health issues, your mental health issues, your spiritual issues. And, another one of the things that I'm finding more fulfillment in is meal prep, because I'm beginning to see what I'm putting into my food. And that is the most exciting thing. Other than just the average salt and pepper, I'm learning about garlics and gingers and spices. And I'm beginning to realize why certain spices are so expensive, why certain ingredients and foods are so expensive, because they're so rare. They're rare and very hard to cultivate, but they add that nutritional value, they add that taste, they add to the flavor in the body of food, and they don't add to the fat, they don't add to the pounds, they don't add to the weight gain, they don't add to the disease and things like that. And those are the things in this world I think that the average consumer is basically glazing over, especially when it comes to weight loss. I mean, the biggest fad now is fasting, and that's to go without food. But what happens when you get reintroduced to food? Do you want to be reintroduced to those toxic foods that add to the damage that your cells experience every day? Or do you want to be introduced to those foods that are going to reinforce, your fast, that are going to reinforce the health benefits, the health benefits of your fast, that are going to reinforce and add to how you feel? And I have learned to do that. After my fast, I've learned to eat. I learned that first water to really wash out your gut. Whether you do bottled water, whether you do tap water, the best thing that you can do in the morning is water. And I'm not just saying water to stay hydrated. Water is the best and only way to wash your gut out. A lot of people are telling you about probiotics, and those probiotics are great. But overnight, your body is doing its own cleaning, it's doing its own preservation, it's doing its own thing. So the best thing that you can do to help your body to continue to do what it does is to introduce something that is not evasive, that is not going to interfere with this process. And water is best. One of the first things I do in the morning, and I do not drink cold water in the morning. I like to drink room temperature water in the morning. That tells my gut, okay, you did a good job. And I experience the benefits of that for the whole day. For the entire day, you guys. For the entire day. When I start my day off by drinking a cup of water, I recover easily, faster, better, with more mental clarity. Throughout the day, if I get little tics or little urges or little cravings, my body sends a signal that says, I don't really want that. And that is the benefits to probiotics. Because people are talking about having a clean gut, But if you've ever had a stomach ache, you know that when your stomach aches, nothing matters. Nothing matters except for getting rid of that stomach ache. When you're feeling nauseated, nothing matters except for easing that nausea. And that all starts in your gut. And there's nothing better for your gut than water. Nothing in the world. There are other things that you can drink that your gut says, yeah, I love this. But there is one thing that you can overdo that your gut will never be pissed off at you about, and that's water. Yes, drinking water. It's the best at cleansing. It's the best at balancing. It's the best at elevating mentally how you feel, spiritually. I mean, it's just thirst quenching. And there's no better answer for whatever ails you in your life than water. And yeah, that's one of my biggest tips for anybody who's trying to lose weight, anybody who's having problems with their gut. It's just to drink more water. Bottled water, not cold, lukewarm, room temperature. I know that a lot of people have aversions to water. I had an aversion to water when I was younger, and it was weird. It was all psychological because I could drink water from a hose all day long. And it was cold and it was chilled, but it wasn't chilled because of Freon. It was chilled because that was the natural temperature of it. But then I started drinking water from the tap, and it became, I don't know, it became a psychological issue because, red flags were being raised because people were constantly talking about conditions of tap water. Water is not that good for you. And so I went through this whole mental thing. And then one day I saw a content creator on YouTube, and she was basically talking about how she had lost over 100 pounds in a year, over 120 pounds in a year, a little bit less than a year. And she owed it all to water. And she owed it all to her gut, the health of her gut, keeping it clean, keeping it healthy, and also what she put into it. Meal prep, adding those fruits and vegetables and foods that were clean and whole, that added to the body and not really depleted it. Because there's some foods that we eat that require the body to work overtime, and it stops doing what it stops metabolizing what is necessary, and it starts metabolizing foreign bodies, and then the next thing you know, you're obese or you have some health issue. So yeah, my first advice, and that's been basically told to me my whole life, is to drink water. And I've been feeling so much better. Another thing that I've been encountering in my life is learning how to treat myself. The things that I like as a child, and I thought that they were cookies and cakes, and they're not. They're not. At times, I remember when I was a child, I found cake and cookies to be a little bit filling. Like I said, I think that most of my weight gain was basically due to me having a sedentary lifestyle. I didn't exercise. I didn't do a lot. I had become depressed. But most of my downfalls were basically like candy bars and little, pieces of chocolate that I could just pop repeatedly. And so I decided to take those things out of my life. And then I realized that, just those little changes, once you recognize what it is that's causing you to be obese or causing you to have those health issues, try modifying those behaviors and see what it brings on. And one thing that I noticed, that when I took those things out of my diet, I still didn't lose weight. The key that helps me lose weight was learning how to exercise, learning how to move, learning how to breathe, learning how to find that motivation. And it was hard. It still is hard. Because mind you, I've been on my weight loss journey for 5 months now, going into 6 months October. And every day I'm trying not to give up. Every day I'm trying to convince myself of the benefits of it. because I, so I have, so because I don't see, I simply don't recognize the point in it all. And it's all psychological. I know that I'll be, it's just not sinking in somehow to me that I would be lighter, that I would be healthier. But yet every day I'm moving a lot more. Every day I'm recognizing that something is different. And it's just how the brain works, I think. The brain operates, I think, on discovery. I know that when I work out, there is pain and there is, stress on the muscles. And I think that's the physicalities. Yeah. The physicalities of it all, it induces pain. So up here, my mind is saying, stop. What are you doing this for? Are you doing this for, because if you're an athlete, you're doing it to win something. You're doing it for a trophy or a ribbon. But as somebody who's just trying to get fit, my body's like, this is, my mind, my mental is like, this is not necessary. But emotionally, I know that I'm going to look better and feel better. And it's just all about getting all this is connected. It's about getting all of it connected. It's about helping all of it make sense, so that overall, it begins to make sense. It begins to become routine. It begins to, occur on a daily basis. And then therefore you maintain that healthy lifestyle, that better quality of life that you want. And one of the things I did a short is about visualization. The mind is also very enticed by what it sees. It's just who we are. It doesn't make us sinful. It's just who we are. That's what these things are for. I think that we've had eyes since the beginning of time. And that's what these things are for. They're for perception. They're for visualization. And there are things that are particular to us that make us feel better, that we see as pleasant, that we see as inviting and welcoming and calming and accepting. And visualization for me has been working because as a person who suffers from depression, and so somebody who always imagines the worst, if I can visualize myself in a position of success as far as weight loss and wellness goes, it motivates me to do a little bit every day. And all that it takes is a little bit. It doesn't take grand gestures of throwing out everything out of my refrigerator. It takes me making those choices that reflect what I visualize. Say for instance, I know that spinach is a really good source of vitamin D. It helps break down those bad enzymes in the gut. It helps balance the body's pH. But you also have to know you can't do too much of it, because too much of anything that your body does not naturally produce is not going to do you any good. It really is not. It's not. You are in total control of this. Nobody else, nothing else is. You are. So, and that's a part of visualization. It's me saying, okay, this is me. This is the goal I want to set for myself. This is what I want to accomplish. And then taking those steps and creating those habits every day to ensure that those goals, are met. And you achieve that satisfaction and the success. Success is the big part of it all. Failure is not the big part of it all. I think that's why a lot of psychologists talk about fear of success, because you're already in a position of failure. You're already overweight. You're already unhappy. So the success of it all takes work. It's pain. It's gut wrenching. It's emotional, and spiritually. It can be an upheaval because it causes you to recognize yourself beyond your physical limitations. So all of it is an endeavor. All of it is something that you take on. Every aspect of you, physical, mental, and spiritual, is all about creating a sense of overall wellness for yourself, for your life, improving the quality of your life, improving how you feel about yourself, improving how you look and how you behave and things like that. So yes, that's where I'm at this morning. And like I said, there was a YouTube video that really inspired me, of somebody who was having some success in their lives. And when you see somebody who's having success in their lives and they did not expect, and their story kind of reflects yours, it kind of motivates you. It kind of keeps you motivated, and you're like, wow, and you have to keep seeing, keep looking for those successes. Find things in your life, find things in your story that reflect, the success that you're trying to achieve. You're starting from a place that seems impossible, or of impossibilities, of failure, so to speak, and you want to bring yourself out. So I kind of notice content. I notice movies, books, articles, anything that talks about weight loss and wellness and success and supplements and things like that. I notice those things because I want to remain motivated to achieve them. So every day, even I look at pictures of myself when I was I've been working on a lot of things in my life, and I looked in the mirror. I said, you know what? Nothing is going to be worth it unless I'm at a place where I'm 100% overall satisfied and happy with who I am. And I decided I wanted to lose weight. I decided not to give up on myself because, like I said, I have 2 kids, and the scenario for somebody in my age group and who is similar to my lifestyle, the prospect of losing weight is very low in percentage. So I knew that I just determined to myself, you know what, I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to move, I'm going to eat, I'm going to, incorporate behaviors and habits that are going to help me to feel better about myself, and going to help me, better motivate me to work out and eat. And then I'll see, what are the results of that? And the results of that are me feeling stronger first. When you're stronger, strength is what I notice most. The resilience, how I feel overall spiritually and mentally, and how I remain motivated just to keep going despite the pain that I feel, despite the adverse emotions that I feel that are still trying to convince me to give up. I'm trying to convince myself to, that this works. And I think convincing yourself that something is good is not going to settle with you. You have to prove to yourself that it's good. You have to prove to yourself that it's working. So I'm going to leave you guys. Thank you again for watching this video. If you like the content of what I'm saying, like, subscribe, send to a friend, send to somebody that is just now beginning a journey of wellness and weight loss. Because where I'm coming from is very basic. I'm not a professional. If I do well at this, if I can change myself, then then I know that I can inspire somebody else to change. So it is my goal to become certified in physical fitness and nutrition. But I would like to start at the point of a novice. I mean, I'm doing so much research. I'm reading articles and books and things like that, and I will be sharing them with you soon. But right now, basically what I'm doing is I'm using my AI genie to kind of ask questions about nutrition and fruits and vegetables and things like that, and try, it's a lot of people are talking about AI. I mean, use it now while it's controversial, so you can determine if something is good for you or not. I mean, we're entering 2024. These are the days of the future. So as innovation comes, take advantage of it. A lot of it has its benefits, a lot of it has its drawbacks, but it's up to us, it's up to you to explore your interests in life and determine what is truly good for you, not what is good for somebody else. So, like, subscribe, turn on the bell notification. I usually do about 1 or 2 videos a week, because most of the time I'm doing my research and I'm exercising, and I am, hopefully uploading videos of some success and some progress. So it takes 30 days to break a bad habit. It takes 30 days to also learn a new, more positive, more productive behavior, y'all. Peace.